Okay. I think we're good. Let's get the microphone in a good position. That'll work. For now. Alright. Well, today we're finally going to be opening up. Do I have this page? Yes, I do. I have the scissor. We're going to be opening up a box of cards from the Hobbit. Yeah. So we got this one off of Manapool from R&B Cards and Collectibles. So yeah, we got Boys to Men over here selling fucking Pokemon cards and Magic cards. Great. Now I don't like the way the tape looks. So the tape's missing? No? What is this tape about? Because, like, if you look all around the box, it's like, yeah, what was the tape situation like? And, this is really nice. So here's how the box is set up, and then that's how it comes. Fucking upside down. Thank you, R&B Cards and Collectibles. Thank you for putting this in upside down. That's really nice of you. Upside down. Jesus. Already off to a great start. Oh, what other shit is in here? Oh wow, they got their fucking invoice flyer. It's just an invoice. That's all it is, an invoice. Yeah. Well. That, Start that recording back up. I don't know why that cut off like that. Alright. Well, that's a little disappointing. It was put in upside down. Okay. Looks a little neat. I don't know. Looks rushed and fucked up at the same time. Whatever. We'll just open it. But, hey, sweet. The chat thing isn't working perfectly. Well. Hopefully it's working good enough. But yeah, it's been a while. There's been a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Tell me about it. I know all about a lot of stuff going on. I moved. But that's not a lot. It's probably the least of stuff to go on. Fucking, what? What is this shit? Wow, sealed product, not for resale. Wow, a box topper. But yeah, how have you been, though? Even with everything going on. Wow, secret lair bullshit. Secret lair, more like suck my dick. I'll find the cards right there. You know what? I'm nervous that I would bend it if I actually tried to just take it out. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna hope it's not a Yu-Gi-Oh card. We're gonna hope it's not Dark Magician. We're gonna cut that bitch. Did we just murder $10,000? Doubt it. So what's the first card we're pulling out of our little box topper? Grendel's Dismissal. Or Galandrill's Dismissal. I have no idea I have no idea who this is. I don't know what this card does. It's a mythic and it was free, so I guess it's good. I don't know. Anybody want this? Anyway. There's our box topper. But anyway, yeah. We got a lot going on. So we got a lot of that. Ooh, authentic copy of black and white. Nice. Pokemon X and Y, the golden Japanese. Ooh. That's pretty cool. That sounds nice. Getting actual, that good ass 3DS. Hell yeah. And the XL. Fuck yeah. Yeah, post that shit in Discord. I'll see what that looks like. That should be pretty nice. The chat and the chat window over there actually looks good enough. I think I'll keep that the way it is. I don't know what I'm doing with this new setup. Since I moved to the boyfriend's house, this is all a new setup, and now I'm double streaming to to Twitch and YouTube. I'm pretty sure. So I have no idea what I'm doing. Ah well. Let me tilt that back out. There we go. Alright. But yeah, I'll take a look at it in a minute whenever you post it. After we get through a couple packs here. Anyway, Moment of Glory. Okay. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. If the spell is cast from a graveyard, also put a +1/+1 on each other creature you control. Okay, so you can flash that back for 5 and put a +1/+1 on everything. That sucks. Really sucks. What elves? When this creature enters, search your library for a forest, put it into the battlefield, and then shuffle. Just put it onto the battlefield, not even tapped. Fuck you. Titans of War. Amass Goblins 1. Okay, we can amass. A new mechanic, amass. Maybe tilt that up just a little. Hold on. Ah, there's our fucking foil. But hold on. There we go. I can load up. Okay, I'm loading up Discord right now. Phone over there. Oh, there's Kalia. Doing shit. This is today. I didn't even stream yesterday. Hold on, you put in off. In general, since art is... Oh, shit, okay. I'll figure that out. I don't know these settings. Okay, there. Ooh. Ooh. That's pretty. And the LL, hell yeah. Oh, I like that. That looks pretty good. That's a great 3DS right there, fuck yeah. A lot better than mine. Mine's just a fucking burgundy. How much you pay for it? Shit. Shit. There's a... Hold on. There's a fucking... There's the scroll thing on here. I have no idea. There we go. There we go. Got rid of that. Maybe 232. Eh, ain't bad. 232 is pretty good for that much. Or for that kind of system. That's still less than what people are paying for normal versions of the shit. So that's pretty fucking good. Anyway, Titans of War. Amass Goblins 1. If the spell was cast from a graveyard, amass Goblins 3 instead. To amass Goblins X, put X +1/+1 counters on any army you control. It's also a goblin. If you don't control an army. Wait, to amass Goblins X, put X +1/+1 counters. So how many? What do you mean? How do I just put? Can I put 1 billion on them? And if you don't control an army, you create a 0/0 army token first. I don't understand it. I don't understand that card. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense immediately, and it scares me. Stony voiced goblins. Bro, I know what all this is about. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card for 2. That's not that great. Dildo Daggins, Durgler. When Bilbo Baggins enters, draw a card. I believe this was a card people were talking about. Not that it seems that great. Not that... Oh, man, this camera looks like shit. And I guess take a glance. Scry 2. That's not the worst. I could use that, maybe. It's like, yeah, the cheapest 3DS. You saw it. That is pretty cheap, though. That's a little too cheap. It makes me think it might have been stolen. But at that rate, who gives a shit? Well, no, that's still too expensive to be stolen. No, never mind. I'm dumb. Gundabad Opportunist. When this creature enters, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your turn, you may play that card. Okay. Rage into the Valley. Ooh, looks nice. Yeah, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Amass Goblins 2. Okay, I have a feeling this whole fucking... Everything for... And we got another... Everything for this whole set is going to be fucking goblin-based, feels like. Anyway. Bilbo, Luckwearer. Ooh, Bilbo can't be blocked. Ooh, okay, can't be blocked. Whenever Bilbo deals combat damage to a player, draw a card and discard a card. And then Burglar's Plot. Exchange control of 2 target non-lands permanent that share a card type. Exchange control of 2 target non-land permanents that 2 target non-land permanents that share a card type. Okay. I'm trying to make sense of that. Yeah, phrase. Hopefully it will. I'm surprised if it was that cheap to begin with. That is kind of crazy. You would think it would be a lot more expensive. This is good art. Looks real. Bofer, Reliable Guardian, Lifelink. And then Concerted Care. Target artifact or creature you control gains hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. Cool. Don't care. Yeah, you get back with it. That's not too bad, though. You can always get the backlit screen and put that in yourself. That's always the easy part, thankfully. Thranduil? See, what are these words? I don't even know these words. Elf name Liege. Other elves you control get +1/+1 and landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you create a green elf creature token. Fuck off. No, I hate that. And then Sylvan Rally. You mill up to 4 cards, then put 2 land cards among them into your hand. No. Rare. Ooh, a rare. Down in the Valley. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. This saga gains landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you gain you create a 1/1 green elf token creature, bitch. And then elves you control get +1/+0 and gain vigilance until the end of turn. Not bad. And our first pack is a double rare pack. Nice. Chief Warg's Company. Trample. This creature can't attack unless you control 2 or more other wolves. Makes sense. At the beginning of your upkeep, you create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Cool. You like... Well, me not really like you, but me like you trade value. Go and Witherbloom. Oh yeah, that's like the only good thing about it. But yeah, shouldn't be that hard to backlight it though. It's like the easiest thing. And they sell the accessories, which are shitty. Eagle's Rescue. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has flying. Really? Okay. And then return this, and then you have for 4 mana, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Attached to a target creature you control with 1 power or less, activate as a sorcery. Surprised you can't. I'm surprised it doesn't have a cannot use on hobbits. Because that would have made sense in that whole fucking movie series. They just had the fucking eagles take that shit to the mountain. But no, we're not gonna take the fucking eagles to the mountain. Does that make sense? Yeah. But yeah, it's got well, other than I moved to the boyfriend's house finally. So now I'm actually I feel a lot better. Don't feel as depressed and shit. But yeah, it's being its own set of challenges, kinda. But we're making it work so far. That's basically it. I've just moved and not much else has really gone on. So, hopefully Mello's there too. No, actually, he's with my mom. It's a lot easier and a lot better for Mello to stay over there with my mom for now. And plus, eventually, she'll die, and I'll get him anyway, so it's alright. Terrible way of putting it, but you know. So I'll let her enjoy it. Yeah, let's not word it like that. Well, yeah, I guess we'll try not to. I'll get him back eventually, though, so it's not a problem. And he loves it over there. He loves her, so he's alright. So I know he's safe, for the most part. But yeah, other than that, really ain't been doing much. Just been fucking off. I've been playing Project Gorgon, other than that, a lot. Which I'm kind of liking. I'm starting to understand more about it. Other than that, you know, I haven't really done anything. Hopefully we'll get something good in this box, and this'll make my lack of a life worth it. Anyway, Bilbo's Deadly Slice. Destroy target creature for 3 mana? No, thank you. I can do a lot easier. I can do a lot better than that. Uneasy Partings. This spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets a attacking non-token creature. And a target creature's owner puts it on their choice at the top or bottom of their library. Okay. It's dumb. Dwarven Provisioner. For 4 mana, you can, creatures you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn. Sucks. I think. Oh, yeah, it'd probably be great for a commander deck or something. Warglean. Aw. Ferocious. No, it isn't. When this creature attacks while you control a creature with 4 power or greater, until the end of turn, this creature gets +1/+0, and creatures you control gain trample. Ooh, the trample bit. That could be good, actually. That could be good. Warglean could actually be good. For 2 mana, that could actually be pretty good. I could like that. Yeah, you finally got a haircut. Hey. Nice. Well, about time. It's more than I've done in years, at least. Psst. Most hair I've cut off in years is just my beard. But cool. Get it into a good style or not. Oh, let me go into these settings real quick. Yeah, if it just showed up like that, what is this unknown shit? I'll have to fix that. Anyway, but yeah, I'm using a new software, so it's... I don't understand it. Maybe it's the pronouns? Oh, it was. It was the pronoun thing. So if I don't show people's pronouns, then the chat is easier to read. Who knew? But yeah, you're trying to make it. But it became a buzz. Hey, well. Honestly, you should have pulled out your phone and you should have got your translator app up. Bare minimum. When it comes to hair, you got to get that translator app. You can't be risking it. They fucked you up, fam. They really did. Pinecone Strike. Choose one or both. Pinecone Strike deals 3 damage to the target creature. If that target or that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Destroy target artifact. Token. Destroys a token. Gandalf, Wandering Wizard. Fucking. Yep. That's better than a bowl cut. I don't know about that. Sometimes a bowl cut says I demand power. You know? I can tell you, I can name you 3 people that had a bowl cut, and all of them demand a power. Mandark, Coconut Head, and that one dude from that one movie that one dude on YouTube recreates for some reason with the tracksuit. They all demand power. Or something, I don't know. Sometimes a bowl cut can be better. Sometimes. Never. Well, no, because if you get a bowl cut, odds are you die in a helicopter crash. So probably don't get a bowl cut. Anyway, Gandalf, Ward 3. Great. And for 6, Gandalf's owner shuffles him into their library and draws 3 cards. From anywhere? Probably not. Long-bodied gray dog. Oh, you can see the full art, too. That's kind of funny. So you can see you see the full dog. It's kind of funny. They don't do that with a lot of cards. Okay, Flash, Reach, long body. It has Reach, of course. When this creature enters, create a tapped treasure token. Ooh. Why is it tapped? Anyway. Yeah, shave it completely. That would be better, actually. But then if you can... Oh wait, this is number 1. This is number 1 in the set. Yeah, cool. I don't know, a bowl cut, that's kind of like rocking a Hitler mustache. And if you have both, people pay attention to you. Guaranteed. Duskwatch, Hunter. This creature can't be blocked by tokens. Ooh. Oh, this is going to get past Scroll Decks. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. That will get past Scroll Decks like crazy. Galleon, Elven King's Butler. Whenever Galleon attacks, choose up to one other target creature you control. Its base power and toughness become equal to Galleon's power and toughness until the end of turn. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, they're like, yeah, this one's my just. Yeah, exactly. It's the haircut that says I don't care, which is why I should get one, maybe. Get rid of all this fucking bullshit that I'm having. I still have. It's awful. I hate it. Night Howl Pursuer. Menace and Ferocious. Whenever it attacks, while you control a creature with 4 or greater power. Okay, +2 until the end of turn. Okay. Those are... Ferocious is very boring. I hate that mechanic. Yeah, it feels weird. Yeah. That weird feeling... That weird feeling is cool, though. I like it. When I used to get my hairs cut. It's just, I don't know, the weird feeling is one of the, it's the only good thing about getting your hair cut, I think. But Dodging. He's dodging. The Lord of the Iron Hills. He's dodging them taxes. Vigilance. Storied. If you control 3 or more artifacts, legendaries, and or sagas, you have an enduring story for the rest of the game? What? Okay. As long as you have an enduring story, creatures can't attack you unless their controller plays one mana for each of those creatures. No, you can suck my dick. You can suck my dick. I can foretell you being a problem. I can absolutely foretell that one being a fucking problem. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. You have an easier time talking to women with the haircut. Really? Huh. That's odd. But cool, I guess. That is cool. Anyway, as the Master of Lake Town, Death Touch. Whenever a player loses life, that player mills that many cards. Damage causes loss of life. Okay, thank you for telling me. When the Master of Lake Town dies, draw a card for each graveyard with 7 or more cards in it. So at most you're going to be drawing 4 cards, depending on the format. Right. In the same stage, maybe someday. Hey, you might. Yeah, might. That'd be great. Don't count on it though, because women hate it when you count on things. Elven King's Harper. For 5 mana, target creature can't be blocked this turn. That sucks. I do not like that. And then, yeah. And then Elven King's Hall. Land enters tapped. Forest or island. For 4 and tap, you sacrifice this land and put 2 +1/+1 counters on a target elf you control. Man. That's a rip. Who the fuck is going to sacrifice a land just to put some counters on something? That is the stupidest thing. Lands are far more valuable than fucking +1/+1 counters. But, yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You're already starting off on a lot. That ain't kind of good. That really ain't kind of good. Now she's gonna lie about some shit. Guaranteed. But we'll see. We'll see. Reverent Howl. Choose 1. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains a lifelink until the end of turn. Meh. Yeah, for 3 mana, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. That's kind of sucky. Confiscate and Bebother. What's Bebother? Bebother? Confiscate? It's confiscate. Confiscate. Confusticate and Bebother. I'm not even gonna read that. Lake Town Lookout. What does that card do? What the fuck? For 3 mana, choose 1. Target counter target spell unless someone pays 4, or draw 2 cards and then discard a card. Yeah, it's totally worth it. If it's the reason she liked that. Okay, she's a red flag, dude. That just says red flag. I wouldn't bother with that. That's a complete red flag. Unless red's your favorite color. Nah, I don't know. I don't know what I was just doing. Anyway, Lake Town Lookout. When this creature dies, recruit. Okay. What elves? Already got one of them. Goblin Town Flunkies. Haste. And when this creature enters, amass goblins 1. Bjorn. Reluctant Host. He has Trample. Till and Tend. You may play an additional land this turn. Okay, it's not terrible. Which is your favorite? No, that's. Yeah, I understand it. It's my favorite too. I understand what that's like. Well-worn. I really do. Well-worn Spatula. It's a wooden spatula too. Looks like it's got moss on it. It's a cool idea. Wooden spatulas, though, I don't know. Wooden spoons, maybe. Spatulas? No. When this equipment enters, you gain 2 life. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. That's it? Just +1/+1? Fuck off. Old fat spider can't see me. Target creature you control gains hexproof as long as its saga remains on the battlefield. Prevent all damage that would be dealt Buy up to one target creature for as long as this saga remains on the battlefield. Draw a card. That could be nice. Stoned by sunlight. Ah, yeah, those three cunts. So choose one. Destroy target creature with with 4 power or greater. Until the end of turn, target creature becomes an artifact in addition to its other types and gains indestructible. Okay. Fearsome Goblin Pair. When this creature dies, amass 4 goblins. I hate amass. We got a rare. Anyway. Yeah, you gotta. You just change. Yeah, but no, you know, okay, people think you're just a terrible person. Well, yeah. When you keep getting older, you realize, yeah, if people think you're a terrible person, it literally don't even matter anymore. That means they just leave you the fuck alone, thankfully, mostly. But yeah, no harm to animals and children. Yeah. Well, children can get this backhand, but you know, that's physical harm to children. I think is fine. Comedic physical harm, backhanding a child every now and then is perfectly fine. Anyway, part in friendship. But yeah, hurting animals, absolutely a no-go. Slapping the shit out of some children, though, hey. Sometimes they need it. But yeah, nah, can't hurt no animals. Animals are the most innocent. They're more innocent than children, I think. So yeah, we can't be hurting no damn animals. That's why Mike Tyson deserved the death penalty. Whenever a non-creature token you control dies, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. If its mana value is less or equal to the number of lands you control, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Put the rest of the cards onto the battlefield in a random order. This ability triggers only once per turn. We actually got a triple rare pack. Only because I cannot hold a pack of cards to save my life. But yeah, I'd be okay with exactly. Unless it's for a lot of money. Like that one picture of that one little cute rabbit. It's like, oh, would you step on this rabbit for like $1 million? That thing would be paste on the fucking sidewalk for $1 million. Other than that, yeah, we can't be hurting animals. Settle the wreckage. Exile all attacking creatures. No! Exile all attacking creatures target player controls. Get my dick sucked. That player may search their library for that many basic lands and put those onto the battlefield tapped. Suck it. Suck it. That card sucks. And for our foil rare, which is kind of cool. We got a line going down the fucking foil here. On the tag. Anyway, Stone Giant of High Pass. More like Stoned Giant High as Ass. That's stupid. Why did I say that? I hate myself sometimes. Yeah, you saw that meme already, did you? I see that meme so many times, it's not even funny anymore. At this point, I'd step on that rabbit just to stop the meme. I'd do it for free. A Stoned Giant as High as Ass. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, creates a 3/1 colorless wall artifact. Damn, he makes a wall. He's a wall builder. He's Donald Trump. He actually kind of looks like Donald Trump. Yeah, you create a wall artifact creature token with Defender named Stone Boulder. If for 3 mana, sacrifice an artifact, and this creature deals 4 damage to any target creature. I don't know why I make myself laugh like that. That's not even funny. And we just got a normal ass swamp. That's disappointing. I like trafficking. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, the molesting part's pretty bad. Anyway, Pinecone Strike. We already got one. Reverend Owl. We already got one. I got one. Lake Town Lookout. Wood Elves. Well-worn Spatula. Stir Up Trouble. As an additional cost to the spell, or the cast of the spell, sacrifice an artifact or a creature, or pay 4. And destroy a target creature. For 1 and destroy a creature. Oh, if you destroy a creature that you can that you can benefit from, that's actually kind of nice. Kind of like that. Patient Instructor. Nah, see, I'd be pushing that damn kid into the goddamn water. He don't listen to me the first time. Yeah, but the guy he's in double card. Oh, I think I know what the one you're talking about is. Now, the one scene I've seen similar to that. It's not Reacher, but it's that one dude, with the black hair and the black mustache. I forget what he's like. It's like some asshole picks on some fat kid at school, and he goes to his house. His name is Aspen, and he beats the shit out of the kid's dad. I've seen that more times than I can remember. It's pretty cool. But I'd still kick this kid in the water. Anyway, Vigilance. When this creature enters, you recruit. Recruit. Misty Mountains Raider. Okay. Whenever you attack, amass 2 goblins. Wow. Gollum the Abandoned.
Gollum can block. When Gollum enters, exile up to 1 target creature from an opponent's graveyard.
Why the fuck did I even try to do that voice? Each opponent loses 2 life. For 2 mana, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand and activate it as a sorcery. I was in Middle Earth. I'm not. I'm not into Middle Earth. This is just the most recent set to be released. And I'm always buying the most recent sets and shit. I pre-ordered it a while ago. Or actually, I pre-ordered it this month. And it just got shipped out. So I'm not really into Middle Earth, but I do like Magic. And this is just the most recent set, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on what I got. We'll see. If I can pull the 1 ring out of here, I don't know. But Magic be making anything now? Basically, yeah. I mean, the reason I even got into Magic is because later this year they're going to be making a Star Trek set. And I love Star Trek. So I got into it just to await the Star Trek set. It's actually, and I like it. So, you know, I can't complain. And people seem to like The Hobbit. The Hobbit makes more sense. They've also had a Lord of the Rings set already. So, and it did pretty good. People like it. I guess because it makes more sense than fucking Spider-Man and Marvelman. Anyway, Elven Raftsteer Landfall. Whenever a land enters, you choose up to 1. Jesus Christ. You can tap an opponent's creature or untap a creature you have. That's crazy, yo. It's a little crazy. But yeah, so far, they're going to be... You know, the weird thing is they recently just released a fucking... a deck set. Or whatever they call it. A secret layer deck or whatever. Or they released a set of cards that you have to special order. And they're for Hatsune Miku. I'll say that again. They made cards of Hatsune Miku. They made My Little Pony cards, too. They legit have made My Little fucking Pony cards. Like, they have legit made Garfield cards. But yeah, My Little Pony sounds even crazy. The funny thing is, the My Little Pony cards would actually probably kick ass. I'm not even joking. Oddly enough, that, like, if they made a full set of that, it would probably be the worst selling set in the game. But I think it would actually kind of kick ass. That would actually be fucking hilarious. Like, I would love... oh, God. Well, yeah, Discord. Like, Discord is a great character. Discord is basically Q. Yeah, Discord in MLP is basically Q from Star Trek, who is voiced by the same person anyway, so it's literally basically the same fucking character, just transposed into fucking My Little Pony from Star Trek. It's crazy. And then Weird Al had a fucking cameo in the show in an episode. Like, it's weird, dude. Weird fucking Owl. And oddly enough, he wasn't a weird owl. They missed an opportunity, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, the Great Goblin. But yeah, they've got that. They did Garfield. They've done Hatsune Miku. They've done some lesbians. They are doing some other bullshit. I don't know. It's crazy. It's really crazy. They'll do just about anything if they can get the rights to it, it feels like. Whenever you put one or more counters on a goblin, the orc or army you control, the Great Goblin deals 2 damage to a target opponent. And whenever another goblin, orc, or army you control dies, exile the top card of your library and you may play it until the end of your next turn. That sucks. Giant's Boulder. When this artifact enters Scry 2. Ooh. A 1-mana Scry 2? And then it's a... Ooh, and then it's a 1-mana tap. It's a 1-mana conversion. That's actually not bad. Fucking lands. This isn't actually bad. For a common, I like this. Yeah, what does this even do? Is he a villain? He basically does exactly what he does in Star Trek. But he does what Q does in Star Trek, and he just wants to cause chaos. Like, he's not seriously a villain, but like, at least in the way I see him, he's not a villain. He just wants to have fun, and his way of having fun is at the expense of other people. But other than that, he's not like a villain. He's not trying to... If that motherfucker wanted to take over the world, he could have. And he chose not to. Not really. So, I don't know. He's weird. He's crazy. He can do just about fucking anything, but he chooses not to do much. He's like one of the most powerful fucking beings in the entire show, and yet he just wants to have fun, which is the exact same concept as in Star Trek. So it's literally, he literally is just the same character from Star Trek. He's not a villain, but like, you know, it's weird. I really don't get it. He's not evil, but like, if he were, it would make sense, but he's not. He's chaotic neutral, I guess. Very chaotic neutral. I think that's the best way to describe him. He's just very chaotic neutral. He doesn't do much. Except like he wants to be good, but like he's kind of a dick for a while. Mostly because he was turned to stone for quite a while. I'd be kind of an asshole too if some motherfucker turned me to stone. Let's just be real. But yeah, Goblin Town flunkies. But yeah, like Discord really didn't do much. He like, as far as villains go in that show, it's like, I don't know. It makes no sense. He's not really a villain. He's more of an obstacle. I'm streaming to YouTube. Yep, I finally figured out how to multi-stream. I got a piece of software to get this shit fixed. So yeah, I have everything working mostly the way I need it to work. But yeah, I'm finally streaming to YouTube as well. And to Twitch. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, where's the checkup? Yeah. Yeah, if you're just on Twitch, it ain't gonna show up. It'll only show up on the actual stream itself, because that's the software and all this is being run off of. But yeah. Yeah, that's the weird thing. So yeah, if you're on Twitch, you ain't gonna see the YouTubes. If you're on the YouTubes, you ain't gonna see the Twitch. But you'll see it right there. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. But it works for me. So far. I think. Front porch sentries. You know, where I'm from down in the south, you know what we call them? We don't call them front porch sentries. We call them porch... Well, I'm not going to finish that word, actually. Because I'm not Randall from Clerks 2. Just looking at me and Dante like we're a couple of fucking No, I'm not even gonna say. Did he just say what I think he said? What, Porchman? I love that whole scene. I wish I could quote it. I wish I could quote that whole scene word for word. But that word's not a racial slur. This racial slur is. Did Randall just call Mr. Dante a racial slur? I love that shit so goddamn much. I don't know why. I don't know. This card just reminded me of that for some fucking reason. Yeah, honestly, dude. I mean, you might do good of some Take-Two stock, but honestly, I don't have the biggest hopes for GTA 6. I really don't. Is it going to be successful? Yeah. Is it going to be this massive, awesome, fuck you game that everyone says it's going to be? No. I think GTA 6 is going to mostly, it's going to succeed, but it's going to flop in comparison to what they want. Honestly. It's not going to sell as much as what they want, and they're going to consider it a failure. How much you want to bet? And I'm going to say it's going to come out, and it's going to be a mid-ass game. It's going to be a mid-ass game. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be as fucking amazing as GTA 4 was. GTA 5, you know what? I'll be honest. GTA 5 can actually suck my dick. GTA 5 is not that great of a fucking game. It really is not. It is the most generic-ass fucking sandbox fucking game that they could have made. And no, I do not like it. I mean, I like it, but it's not that great. It's not that great. It can suck my dick, though. When this creature dies, target creature an opponent controls gets a -1/-1 until the end of turn. But yeah, honestly, it can suck my dick. And in GTA 6, probably not going to be that great. I'm going to wait. As much as I honestly think it's going to be bad, I'm waiting for Fallout New Vegas 2. I'm waiting for that shit. It's not going to be good. It's going to suck because we've seen what the fuck those motherfuckers have been able to do with their own games. So I have no hope for New Vegas 2, but I want that. I still want it. Yeah, it'll sell a bunch of people complain about story. Yeah, that's exactly. It is going to sell a lot, though. It's going to sell. And it's going to keep making money just like GTA 5 is right now. It's going to do good. But, like, yeah, when people get it and they start actually, like, reading into it and they start, like, playing it and digesting the story, they're going to see, like, yeah, this is some generic-ass fucking game. How much you want to bet? I bet it's going to be the Saints Row reboot of GTA. And sweet, you know how I feel about that Saints Row reboot. You know how I felt about that shit. But yeah, it's a shame people won't be able to buy it. Yeah, exactly. Won't even get the physical games anymore. Of course, I'm on PC, so physical games, what are those? But I guess for console gamers, I guess being able to have it is a good thing. In PC gaming, even though we're digital, we still have a lot more freedom with our shit. It's funny like that. Anyway, Enchanted River's Grasp. Enchanted creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature and remove all counters from it. What? Enchanted creature loses all abilities and doesn't untap during its control. Bruh. Hold on. Okay, hold on. So if you can get rid of... Bro, if you can use this with a Moon Shadow, because it enters with 6 -1/-1 counters, and it's a 1 mana. You can get a 1 mana 7/7 on the field for only maybe like 5 mana if you can destroy this. That's crazy. Anyway, business after that. Oh, I hope. I hope they will, though. They better. If they're not, if GameStop don't go out of business, I'm going to be disappointed. GameStop sucks dick. They really are. They really do. Ori, Keeper of Songs, storied. As long as you have an enduring story, this card gets +1/0 and has vigilance. Ordinary bear. Funny. But yeah, only good leave. Dude, I don't even. I gotta be the only person in the world that doesn't even trust. That doesn't trust these card grading companies. How the fuck do you know? Unless you have a 1 of 1, unless you have an exactly unique card, how do you know the card you're sending in is the same card you're getting back? How do people know? They don't. They can't. So, like, you know, it's always been my theory that when someone sends a card in to PSA to get graded, they take that card and send back a worse card and they keep the good card. It'd be like, yeah, this card was a 4, but it was actually a 6 or a 7, but they send back a 4. How would you know? Anyway, Bjorn, Reluctant Host, got one of him already. I just don't trust them. Especially GameStop, I wouldn't trust them either. Old Thrush. Flying, and when this creature enters, you gain 2 life. You may search your library for a basic land, reveal it, shuffle it, and put that card on top of the library. I don't like on top of the library. Dory, Bearer of Friends. Trample, and when Dory enters, create a treasure token. There we go. Bifer, Melodic Rider. Storied. Whenever Bifer enters or attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. As long as you have an enduring story, if an ability of a dwarf you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Oh, this card's could be trouble. Bjorn's Hospitality. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. And for 7, this enchantment becomes a bear creature. Cool. In addition to its other... because Bjorn... Because I remember in the Lotro MMO, Bjorns are a class, or they're a race that only turn into bears. So that makes sense. But he becomes a bear creature in addition to his other types and gains this creature's power and toughness equal to the number of cards or the number of lands you control. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. For a 2 mana, that's pretty cool. Yeah, when you buy cards, but listen, $20 for all your work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like a 6 or 7. Oh god, I hate those neurons too. When I hear that shit, yeah, those neurons start activating and I start getting angry. Why is it the numbers 6 and 7 or 67 or any variation thereof? They piss me off now. I can't believe I even said that. I should be more careful with my number language nowadays. Your highest grade was an 8. You see, how do you know it was actually an 8? It could have been a 9, and they lied to you. That's why I don't trust them. It could have been a 9, and they lied, for all you know. Thranduil's Decree. I can't read. Counter target spell. If a permanent spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into the owner's graveyard. You may cast that spell without paying its mana cost as long as it remains exiled. I can cast it? That's crazy. Bard's Company. You may cast this spell as though it had flash if you control a human. Ooh, slavery deck. Other creatures you control get +1. Ooh, a slavery deck. Anyway. Yeah, everyone else gets +1/+1, and whenever this creature enters, attacks, or recruits, or enters or attacks, you recruit. You draw a card and discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, you create a 1/1 white human soldier token. Why can't you create a black human soldier token? Anyway. Actually, probably for the exact reason I'm thinking why you can't do it. But yeah, surprised you even got it. Well, Again, that's why I think you might have gotten gypped. Anyway, we got a foil ordinary bear. That's cool. We got 2 ordinary bears in a pack. And then we got a foil Iron Hills, an enduring story. Yeah. Enters tapped, red and white, sacrifice, put 2+1/+1 counters on a dwarf. These all seem to be like, do that, and you can put counters on a dwarf if you sacrifice a land for some fucking reason. Why would you want to sacrifice lands just for +1s? But personally, I don't believe in getting cards graded. I think grading cards it artificially increases the prices of cards that are actually good to use depending on what game you're playing. Thankfully in Magic that doesn't seem to be a problem. Anyway, Uneasy Partings. Dwarven Provisioner. Wargling, cutie. Iron Hill Stalwart. Reach and trample. Whenever this creature enters, attach target equipment you control to up to 1 target creature you control. Okay, you can put a... Ooh. Interesting. Okay, that's good. Definitely the S&P 500. Anything you buy from that is perfectly good. ETF Vanguard. Now that I don't know. I just know the S&P is really good. So yeah, you're doing good there at least. You should have, by the time you're 100, you should have some retirement money. Hopefully. Crude Bent Blade. And when this equipment enters, target opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. The equipped creature gets +2/+1 and is equipped for 2. Long Neck Nuisance. Girl flying. No, I probably shouldn't do that voice. I probably shouldn't. For Long Neck Nuisance, I probably shouldn't do that voice. When this creature enters, recruit. Goblin Plate Mail. When this equipment enters, amass goblins 1. Then attach this equipment to the amassed army. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has menace. But I'm 21 now, so it's perfect. Well, let's hope. Let's hope it's actually perfect. By the time you're 30, you have a bit of money. Yeah, you're gonna go wash some clothes, some responsible stuff. All right, Kalia. I'll be here, being racist, opening cards. You know, the usual. Thorin's Last Stand. Hurry back. Choose 1. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until the end of turn, or destroy target artifact or enchantment, get 2 life. I love the full art cards like that. Night Howl Pursuer. Bomber Gentle Dreamer. Storied. And Bomber doesn't untap during your untap step unless you have an enduring story. Lake Town Mariners. Vigilance. Ward 2. Gone Fishing. Exile target 2 creatures and or lands you control. Then return them to the battlefield under their owner's control. Ooh, and lands. It's landfall right there. Fuck. Dwalin. Weapon Master. Dwalin. Dwalin. What a stupid name, Dwalin. Anyway, first strike. Whenever Dwalin enters or attacks, put a hone counter on each equipment you own. Each home counter on equipment is +1/+0 to the equipped creature. Okay, so it's... Okay. But it goes on the equipment, not the creature. That's weird. That's interesting. So it stays... Huh. Okay. And then Dwarven Provisioner. Ooh, and then a foil full art land. That's amazing, actually. Yeah, I think take 2. Yeah, this vehicle. PC port. Yeah. Well, yeah, I gotta wait till the PC port. It's about the... Once the PC port launches, that's gonna at least double their profit. I'm pretty sure. And it's hardly gonna cost them fucking anything. Just to do that. Well, nothing good. Moment of Glory. Did I already? Yeah, I already got one of these. Wood Elves. Goblin Town flunkies. Stony voice goblins. Bilbo Baggins, burglar. Patient instructor. Giant's boulder. Snow slope hunter. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Exile top card of your library. You may play it until the end of your next turn. Activate only. Yes, only. Yeah, whatever. Bifur melodic writer, whose text looks fake for some reason. Down to Goblin Town. Dun 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 dun. Gotta make. Anyway. But yeah, it'll be lower. Just it'll count as long term. Good, yeah, true. Oh, are you even getting taxed? Do you get taxed on? Wait, do you get taxed on stocks you own? Dear God. No, you cannot be telling me that. Hold on. No, suck my dick. No. I'm getting taxed on the stocks I own that aren't doing shit right now. That's what you're telling me? Wait. I'm not getting dividends. Hold on. What money? I don't have money! Hold on. Hold on, I don't know shit, dude. I don't know shit. If you take a loss, it won't count. Well, then I guess I'm down 90%. I guess I can wait a while before I ever have to claim anything. Oh, it's only on profit? Oh, I'm okay then. I'm fine then. Never mind. I'm fine. It's only on profit? Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine then. And it only applies if I spend... Oh, I'm fine then. Never mind. I'm fine. I'm down 90%. I'm fine. I'm not, but I'm fine. Anyway, down to Goblin Town. Anyway, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land from it, and that player discards that card. Mass Goblins 1, and all that bullshit. Target opponent loses 1 life, and you gain a life. Yeah, it becomes tax-free by the time you're 59. Well, that's good. As long as it stays there. I guess... I mean, you allowed them to use that money for however long they wanted to use it for. I guess the least they can do is let it be tax-free. Bjorn's hospitality again. Ballin', Lore Master. We're ballin' right now, dude. We're ballin'. We got ballin'. Look at that shit. Storied. Whenever Ballin or another dwarf enters, or you control enters, you may discard a card from your... Yeah, you may discard your hand. Discard your entire hand. Jesus. And you draw X cards, but X is the number of cards discarded this way. If you have an enduring story, it deals X damage to an opponent. That's crazy. Ballin is ballin'. Holy shit. Ballin's out here tax-free. Jesus Christ. And we got another foil land, a Mirkwood. Revenant Howl again. Just a common. Nobody cares about common foils. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, crypto kinda sucks. Of course, that didn't take a genius to figure out, unfortunately. Even I knew crypto was kind of fucking stupid. It lasted a lot longer than NFTs, at least, but even I knew, like, damn, crypto is kind of dumb. Like, the whole idea is that there is a... Well, we got a card there. The whole idea was that it's limited, and it has value because it's limited, but then it's like only the people who were into it and already have money are going to have money and be into it. Anyway, what else? Goblin Town flunkies. Stony Voice goblins. Bilbo Baggins, burglar. Lake Town lookout. Guardian of the Hall. Trample. You put 3+1/+1 counters on this creature. Yeah. Mirkwood Hunter. Or Mirkwood Nurturer. Whenever this creature enters, return up to 1 other target permanent you control to its owner's hand. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Cool. Rage into the Valley. I already got one of these. Literally. Iron Hills Blacksmith. What? Yeah, it'd be like Bitcoin. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, they all think it'll be that easy. When the real, yeah, any kind of crypto like that is just a scam to begin with. Bitcoin was legit. Everything else is kind of bullshit. And even Bitcoin is still kind of bullshit, I think. Double Strike. When this creature enters, create a colorless equipment artifact token named Axe. It's just Axe. With equipped creature gets +1/+0 and equip 2. That dude Liege again, which we already got. Glowing. We glowing. At the beginning of your main phase. Add Jesus. Okay, this is a good card. Easy pickings. Deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. God damn. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Fucking. Well, let's see here. I can only delete. I can delete the message. It deletes it from the stream, at least. Oh, well. Anyway, it should delete soon, maybe. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. These fucking pieces of shit. Whoever invented these bots, I wish they got cancer. I legit do. Radagast of Rosgubble. What the fuck? Anyway, the first creature spell you can cast each turn costs 2 less to cast and can be cast as though it had flash. Damn. That's actually going to be good. This will be a good commander. People absolutely use that for a commander. So that might be a good value. Troll negotiations. I remember that. I've read a little bit of The Hobbit. Only up to this part. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Then it fights the target creature opponent controls. Yeah. They really don't do much. Anyway. And we got Iron Hills. We already got one of these before, so it don't really matter. It doesn't seem like this pack has that many good land cards. Like, these lands, I don't think they're going to do that good. Who wants to sacrifice a land just to make one card a little better? I don't think anybody. Whatever. Ordinary Bear. Goblin Town Flunkies. Great Fierce Bee. Ooh. But yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, I don't get how this shit even goes up in price. Why people determine what it's actually worth and why they think it's worth that much. That's just the shit that doesn't sit with me. It's like, okay, Bitcoin is like a $10,000 thing or whatever the fuck it is. Why? Because it's limited. Okay, why though? That doesn't make any sense. It seems so arbitrary. And that's what I don't like about it. It's just arbitrary. That's what it seems like. Anyway, flying, and whenever one or more other creatures die, scry 1. That's not that great, if you ask me. Lakeshore Apothecary. Lakeshore? Huh. Lakeshore Apothecary. Vigilance. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you put +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay. Moment of Glory. Patient Instructor. I'd still kick that child. Nickelodeon's Little Bear. Flash. And whenever this creature enters, untap another target creature you control. If that target is a bear, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Gun to Bad Opportunist. Nasty Little Rabbit. Ferocious. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you control a creature with 4 power or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay. Bard the Bowman. Okay. Reach. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains lifelink until the end of turn. Okay. Yeah, Sound the Trumpets. Counter target spell. If that spell's mana is 2 or less, recruit. Meh. Cantankerous Keepers. Affinity for elves. Okay. Whenever this creature enters, mill 4 cards and put all elf cards among them into your hand. Ooh. Okay. Elf deck. Well, elf decks are already pretty fucking easy. Goblin Plate Mail for our fucking common. And Goblin Town for our fucking land. Goblin Plate... I already got one of these. I'll just leave it up anyway. And our black and red land. That just kind of sucks. Alright. I'm going to take a small break. I'm going to pack my ball. Where am I balling at? Oh, it's outside somewhere. Outside the room. Whatever. I will be back. I'm going to take a piss break and a smoke break. And a drink break. And a munchie break. And a jerk off break. And I'm going to take a drive into town for a little bit. We'll be back when I'm back. Yeah, kiss the boyfriend break. Well, I can't. Damn it, he's sleeping. He has work tomorrow, so he's actually asleep. And he better be asleep. If I walk out this goddamn room and he's not asleep, the police are going to be here. But yeah, we're going to take a break. We'll be back here in a minute. It's going to be a long ass fucking screen here. Where's my weed? Oh, it's here. Oh yeah, just kiss him. I would try, but his dog doesn't want me touching him. I should get a video or something. I try to hug him sometimes, and I swear Alpha acts like she's gonna kill me. I mean, she wouldn't. She doesn't want to, but no, he's got cats. No, he's got outside cats, strays. But he's got an indoor dog, and she will not let me touch him. I'll get a video of it one day. You'll see. It's funny for how serious she is about it. But I will be back. I gotta find something to drink. I'm thirsty as fuck right now. But I'll be back. Alright. We're back. We're smoked. We're high again. What were we doing? Oh, right, I was opening cards and shit. Fuck. Okay, let me get my YouTube stuff back. Not YouTube. What am I doing? Ooh, community. Alright. Ooh, Shaolin Showdown. Actually, yeah, that'll work. Okay. 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 Put that down there. Alright. We got cards to open. Let's get to it. You know, just reminded my stupid ass. Does anybody remember the movie, not Hateful Eight? Whatever that fucking movie is. Where it's Chris Pratt. It's a remake of that one old Western movie where most of the cast dies and shit. Anyway, they find Vincent D'Onofrio's character. And they say, "Who was that?" Or something like that. And I think Chris Pratt replies back, "That's a bear in people's clothes." I don't know why. That's what that reminded me of. I'm just high. I think that's what it is. I think I'm just high. Anyway, Reverend Howell. Lake Town Lookout. Ordinary bear. Just ordinary. Goblin Town Flunkies. Dusk Watch Hunter. Gandalf Wandering Wizard. Long-bodied gray dog again. Gnashing of Teeth. Choose one. Target creature gets -5 until the end of turn. If it would die, exile it. And then creatures target player controls get -1/-1. So it's everything gets a -1 or something gets fucking murdered. For 3. That's actually pretty good. I actually kind of like that. Bard the Bowman. Nasty little rabbit. The Lord of the Eagles. Flash. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control with flying. Ooh! It's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. But it's Flash, it has flying, and you can potentially get it out for 2. For an 8/8. That is actually nice. I do like that. And then Iron Hills. Stalwart. Again. And Stone Boulder. And Mirkwood again. Okay, bear in people's clothes. I haven't gotten a mythic yet. Ooh, that's actually pretty. It looks like a photo. It's pretty though. Velvet winged butterflies. Flying. That's it. Gaze and wonder. Tap 1 or 2 target creatures. Okay, not bad. Guardian of the Halls. Ragged short spear. And when this equipment enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. And the equipped creature is +2/+0. Okay. Front Porch Sentries. Enchanted River's Grasp. Ori, Keeper of Songs. Gundabad Opportunist. Rage in the Valley. Cut poorly at the top, it looks like. The Mountain King's Return. Recruit. Return target creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Not that great. Not that great if you ask me. Ravenhill Flock. Flying. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Whenever you draw a card, that's okay. Galleon, Elven King's Butler. Part in Friendship again. Ooh, that's a pretty one. I already got him. But I got his better foil version. That's kind of cool. That's disappointing. I like that, though. Probably ain't worth shit, but I like it. Hey, Front Porch Sentries, Enchanted River's Grasp, or a Keeper of Songs, Ordinary Bear, Tidings of War, Well-Won Spatula, Mirkwood Nurturer, Master's Counselor, Counselors, Master's Counselors, yeah. What the fuck is with the English? I don't get this language. It's the only one I know. Vigilance. This creature gets +2/+0 for each graveyard with 7 or more cards. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, target player mills 3 cards. That's not terrible. Draw a second card. That's actually not bad. Anyway, Glow in the Mighty. Yeah, I already got one of him. Great ugly looking goblin. Cool. That's a great name. They put me into a card. How did they do that? Each creature you control with +1/+1 with a +1/+1 counter on it has menace. Nice. And then for Clap Snap, amass 2 goblins. Or amass goblins 2. Whatevs. Sting. Bilbo's Sword. Flash. When Sting enters, put a hone counter on Sting for each target creature opponent controls. Attach Sting to up to 1 target creature you control. Okay. Interesting. For our second rare for the pack, Bejeweled Warg. Trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, choose 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target wolf you control, or create treasure token. It's not bad. For 2, it's not terrible, actually. Bard the Bowman, but in foil. And then a Mirkwood. It'd be nice to get a Mythic. Aside from the one I got in the box topper, which is weird. At Goblin Town Flunkies, Front Porch Sentries, Enchanted River's Grasp, Ori Keeper of Songs, Ordinary Bear, Bjorn Reluctant Host, Stir Up Trouble, Elven King's Harper, Eagles of the Great Shelf, flying whenever this creature attacks. It gets +1/+1 until the end of turn for each creature you control. Ooh, okay. Mirkwood Pathmaker. This card's power and toughness is equal to the number of lands you control. Okay, always growing then, usually. Gnashing of Teeth. Glamdring Foehammer. Cool. Legendary Artifact. Okay. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is equipped creature's power. And equip 2. Gleam of Death. Mill 6 cards and put all instant sorceries among them into your hand. That's kind of cool. That's actually not bad. I actually do like that. It's probably going to be a good trade card right there. Maybe. Iron Hills Blacksmith. And another Mirkwood. Tidings of War. Great Fierce Bee. Bilbo Baggins Burglar. I'm glad I'm getting more of these. These don't seem that bad, actually. Kind of. Velvet Wing Butterflies. Guardians of the Halls. Little Bear. Well-Worn Spatula. Bomber Gentle Dreamer. Lake Town Mariners. Wilderland Scrounger. Ferocious. When this creature whenever this creature attacks while you control a creature with the power 4 or greater, put +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Okay. And then a rare Riddles in the Dark. Look at the top 4 cards of your library and separate them into a face-down pile and a face-up pile. An opponent chooses one of the piles. Put that pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. That's interesting. Ooh, I like that. That's actually interesting. That's a mind game card right there. That's a mind game card. I like that. Okay. That would be kind of fun and yeah, and in Commander, that could be funny. Roads go ever on. Search your library for up to 2 basic playing cards. Exile them in the shuffle, and you gain 2 life. Damn. Put a card exiled with this saga into its owner's hand. Okay, so they come back the next 2 turns. And whenever you attack this turn, a target creature gets +1. Yeah, +1 that you control until the end of the turn for each plane you control. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Burrowside Wanderers. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a permanent card from among them, and then put it into your hand. Put the rest onto the bottom of your library in a random order. Landfall. Whenever land you control, this creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. That's not bad. And a full art land. Hey. It may not be foiled, but I do like me full art lands over the fucking normal lands, I'll tell you that much. Halfway through this box, it seems. Maybe a little more than halfway. No mythics. Huh. It's not looking good. Esgroth Garrison? I don't know what the fuck this is. Esgroth Garrison's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. When this creature enters, recruit. Warwick Tactics. Choose 1. Destroy target creature with flying. They can suck my dick. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you can control. It gains trample and hexproof until the end of turn. Pinecone Strike. I don't like that one card. Reverent Howl. And Dwarven the Short Sword. When this equipment enters, create a 2/2 red dwarf creature token. Then attach this equipment to it. Okay. And so it becomes a 3/4 immediately. So for 4 mana, you get a 3/4 just right off the bat. And then an equipment token that stays on the field. That sucks. Holy shit. I mean, that's good. That sucks, though. Mirkwood Nurture. Giant's Boulder. I like Giant's Boulder. I actually like this card. This is a pretty good card. It's not that bad. Bothersome Noisemaker. Reminds me of the Grinch. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, amass goblins 1. Thranduil's Decree. I don't know how to pronounce that. Key to the Side Door. 2 tap. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. 1 tap. Discard a legendary card Yeah, legendary card with the same name as a legendary permanent you control, and draw 2 cards. Interesting. Getaway Barrel. Okay. Whenever this artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, reveal the top 13 cards of your library. Put a random creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest onto the bottom of the library in a random order. Huh. Okay. From the battlefield. But then you have to find a way to destroy it, though. That's the thing. It doesn't just destroy itself. Owen the Brave, storied, and as long as you have an enduring story, Owen gets +1/+0 and has haste. 1 and tap, discard a card, draw a card, and a normal force. Jesus, disappointing. I probably shouldn't say that. They probably give the new artists the forests. Or they probably give brand new artists, like, land cards. I mean, the art is good, but I prefer full art lands. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm weird. My phone went off. Hold on. What the fuck? This phone sucks. Alright. Take a drink. Actually, what I could do is just put all these cards over here like that as well. I don't know why I kept them over to the side. Alright, Lake Town, look out. Guardian of the Halls. Ragged Short Spear. Great Fierce Bee. Lakeshore Apothecary. Bjorn Reluctant Host. Elven King's Harper. Thorndale's Decree. Stone by Sunlight. I'm stoned by moonlight. Fearsome Goblin Pair. Great Gilded Boat. Whenever you attack, recruit. And then crew 2. That's great. Still no mythics. Bilbo's Gambit. Create a treasure. Okay. Return target spell to its owner's hand. If the gift... Yeah, gift the treasure. Yeah, if the gift was promised, player can't cast this... Or can't cast spells this turn. Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's going to be a good one. People will want that. I can tell. That's a pretty good white interrupt right there. Holy shit. And Gundabad Opportunist. And a full art land. Nice. Beautiful. It's the journey. Or it's the Fellowship, or whatever they call themselves. The gay boys. I have no room to talk. Ragged Short Spear. Great Fierce Bee. Lakeshore Apothecary. Ori Keeper of Songs. Warwick Tactics. We got Smog, the Great Calamity. That's flying. Spew Flame. It deals 5 damage to a target creature. Whatever. Goblin Plate Mail. Thorn's Last Stand. Stone by Sunlight. Fearsome Goblin Pair. Burn, Tree and Fern. I don't get what it's referencing. The saga deals 6 damage to a target creature an opponent controls. God damn. Destroy an artifact an opponent controls. God damn. And then you just add 1 red mana. That's actually not bad. Bolg's Company. This creature has haste as long as you control another goblin. And tap and sacrifice another goblin. You can add 2 mana. Cool. Cool. Very cool. Now, Lake Town Mariners. And then Lake Town. Great. Funny, they're Lake Town Mariners and they're not white and blue. But whatever. Okay, Wood Elves. Titans of War. Stony Voiced Goblins. Bilbo Baggins Burglar. Try saying that 3 times fast. Velvet Wing Butterflies. Dwarven Short Sword. Gun to Bad Opportunist. Hobbit Hole. That's actually not bad. Sacrifice this land, search your library for a basic land, and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Halfling Cycling. 4. Discard. Search your library for a halfling card, and then reveal it and put it. Ooh. That's multi-purpose. I like that. Even if it's common, I like that. Wilderlands Scrounger. No. Dane, Lord of Iron Hills. Bolg of the North. When Bolg enters, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, Bolg deals damage equal to that creature's power to another target creature. Its excess damage is dealt this way at Mass Goblins X, where X is that excess damage. That's not bad. And again, another rare only, but most decrepit old bird. Flying Threshold. This creature gets +1/+1 as long as there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard. Okay. And then Speak Secrets. Mill 4 cards and put an instant or sorcery among them into your hand. It's not bad. I like it. I do. And then Lake Town Lookout. And we got a foil. Elven King's Hall. That's kind of cool. You gotta open it. You gotta open it. Dropped. Ah, okay. Gotta open another pack of sleeves here. Because that's what I do. I sleeve every card eventually. All of these will get sleeved. And then scanned and then sorted. And then put away. Still no mythics. Titans of War. Great Fierce Bee. Bilbo Baggins Burglar. Oh, that's great. Velvet Wing Butterflies. Guardian of the Hall. Giant's Boulder. Nori, Teller of Tales. Whenever Nori attacks, a target attacking creature gains first strike until the end of turn. Okay. Gandalf Wandering Wizard. Night Howl Pursuer. Dallin, Lord of Iron Hills. Lake Town Mariners. Azog, Moria's Ruin. When Azog enters, destroy up to one other target creature. This controller amasses goblins X, where X is that creature's power. If you control that creature, draw a card. Okay. That's not terrible. If you're trying to do a goblin thing, yeah, I guess that works. And then, it may be a basic fucking forest, but it's foiled. And a wood elf. Alright. Great Fierce Bee. Lakeshore Apothecary, Moment of Glory, Wood Elves, Tidings of War, Goblin Plate Mail, Mirkwood Nurturer, Goblin Short Sword, Thorin's Map. With Thorin's Map enters, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand and shuffle. And then for 2 and tap, draw a card, then discard a card. Ooh. I like that, actually. Sound the Trumpets. Dwarven Mauler. Equip abilities. Reactivate that target this creature costs 2 less to activate. That's cool. Most decrepit old bird. Well, we got the better version of you. So there's, of course, there's always 2 versions. Velvet Wing Butterflies. We just got plenty of you, but now we got you in a foil. Cool. And a swamp and a token. Okay. Great Fierce Bee. Esgaroth Garrison. Burrowside Wanderers. Hobbit Hole. Now we always put our lands, even if they're common, in slaves immediately. Leg itch. Why do I itch? Alright, there are ticks out here. Anyway, Orin the Brave. Ravening Warg. Death Touch and Furious. Gain 2. Okay, whatever. Nori Teller of Tales. Thorin's Last Stand. Thorin Oak Shield. Trample. Storied. As long as you have an enduring story, artifacts and creatures you control have Ward 1. Not bad. Troop of Ponies. Cool. 2 tap, sacrifice this creature. Search your land for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal them, put one of them onto the battlefield, tapped, and the other into your hand. Ooh, I'm gonna get me some ponies. Bofer, Reliable Guardian. Of course, it's a rare. The Misty Mountains Cold. Create a treasure token. Then, if you control 4 or more treasure if you have 4 or more treasures, sacrifice the Saga. If you do, create a 6/6 red dragon creature token with flying. Jesus. So that's just a wait and see card right there. So you gotta do something about that. And then down to Goblin Town. Foil. Lake Town. Not that great. Looks like we're down to like the last 9 packs and we still haven't gotten a mythic. That's not good. Okay, Ori, Keeper of Songs. Warg Tactics. Smaug of the Great Calamity. Gollum, Silent Slinker. Menace. Right, and Meager Meal, put a +1/+1 counter up to 1 target creature. Target creature gains 2 life. Right, okay. Uneasy Partings. Magnificent End. The spell costs 3 less to cast. If it targets a tapped creature, deals 5 damage to the creature. Jesus Christ. Duskwatch Hunter. Thorin's Last Stand. Old Fat Spider. Reach. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card. Burn, Tree and Fern. Celebrate the Mountain King. And when this enchantment enters for each opponent, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. When this enchantment enters, recruit. Cool. Oh, we got a rare land, the Lonely Mountain. Tap and it adds a red. It enters tapped unless you control an equipment. For 5 and tap, you create a 2/2 red dwarf creature token. It costs 1 less to activate for each equipment you control. Huh. It could be good. I could see people using that in their equipment decks. And then Nori, Teller of Tales. That Lake Town. Okay, Ragged Short Spear. Stony Voiced Goblins. Lakeshore Apothecary. Moment of Glory. Addercop. Addercop? What? Reach Death Touch? And then Landfall, of course. Mirkwood Nurturer. Well-worn Spatula. Master Conciliars. Whatever the fuck, counselors. Great Ugly Goblin. Ugly Looking Goblin. Thorn Oak Shield. Troop of Ponies. I got a good. Another one. Part in Friendship. That's the 3rd one I've gotten. Huh. Mirkwood Nurturer. Huh. Huh. Okay. Velvet Wing Butterflies, Ordinary Bear, Tidings of War, Front Porch Sentries, Enchanted River's Grass, Stir Up Trouble, Patient Instructor, Giant's Boulder, Dwarven Mauler, Troll Negotiations, Dwarven Matic. When this equipment enters, attach it to a target dwarf you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has Ward 1. Equipped for 3. Cantankerous Keepers. Affinity for Elves. Did I already get one of these? Yeah, I think I did. Huh. Great Fierce Bee. Foil. We got a swamp full art land, which is cool. Hmm. Okay. I don't know what to think. I've literally gotten no mythics. Is that even possible? Gollum, Silent Slinker, Uneasy Parting, Magnificent End, Burrowside Wanderers, Smog's Fury. Target creature gets +3/+0, gains reach and first strike till the end of turn. Giant's Boulder, Gundabat Opportunist, Patient Instructor, the Black Arrow. Flash, when the Black Arrow enters, it deals 1 damage to any target. If a dragon is dealt damage this way, destroy it. Ooh. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has reach. Okay. Gathering of Darkness. Return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And amass Goblins 3. Bulk of the North. Through the Forest Gate. Look at the top 20 cards of your library and put any number of lands among them into the battlefield. Tap and then shuffle and you gain 8 life. I've heard about this card. Crazy. The Misty Mountains Cold. but in foil. Double rare pack, but okay. And Elven King's Halls. What are the odds that I get 0 fucking mythics? Like, legit, what are the fucking odds? Ragged Short Spear, Stony Voiced Goblins, Lakeshore Apothecary, Moment of Glory, Addercop, Dory Bearer Friends, Long-Bodied Dog, Bomber Gentle Dreamer, Waterland the Scrounger, the Black Arrow, Desert Wereworm. Oh, look, we finally got a mythic. Okay. Anyway, Desert Wereworm. This creature gets +2/+0 for each mountain you control. Fuck me. And whenever you attack with creatures with a total of 12 power or greater for the first time each turn, untap all attacking creatures. So everyone just attacks twice. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Suck my dick. And then Thorn, Mountain King. Well, there we go. Finally a fucking mythic. Okay. Trample. When Thorn enters, attach any number of target equipments you control to a target creature you control. Whenever one or more equipment become attached to that creature this way. It's a weird way of putting it. That creature deals damage equal to its power up to 1 target creature. I get what it's saying, but goddamn, that is a mouthful of a fucking card. It's not even that good, I bet. Hey, Front Porch Sentries. Mirkwood. Okay. 4 packs, including this one. Guardian of the Halls, Ragged Short Spear, Front Porch Sentries, Enchanted River's Grasp, Ori's Keeper of Songs, Stir Up Trouble, Elven King's Harp, Harper, the Black Arrow, Eagle's Rescue, Gathering of Darkness, Smaug Wicked Worm, Flying, and when Smaug enters, create X tapped creature tokens, where X is the number of artifacts your opponent controls. Whenever you cast a spell, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you draw a card and lose a life. Well, my precious. Well, that's... okay. Equipped creature has hexproof and can't be blocked. Equipped to pay 2 life as an allure of power as an additional cost to cast the spell. Sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. Alright. That's something. And then that card that I can't pronounce. And Iron Hills. And these are the last 3 packs. Burrowside Wonders, Smaug's Fury, Ravening Warg, Plunder the Troll Shawls. Draw a card. This spell was cast from a graveyard. Draw 2 cards instead. It flashes back for 4. Vow to Erebor. Untap target creature you control. It gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. If it's a dwarf, you may attach an equipment you control to it. Okay. Quarrel. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. Okay. Old Thrush. Rage into the Valley. Key to the side door. Old Fat Spider can't see me. But target creature gains hexproof for as long as its saga remains on the battlefield. Prevents all damage that would be dealt by up to one target creature for as long as its saga remains on the battlefield. And then draw a card. Sylvan Reveler. When this creature enters, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a card, you discard a land card this way, and put it into the battle. Put it from your graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you may pay 3, and if you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Interesting. And Boggs Company. Yeah. Bilbo Baggins, Burglar again. And a regular ass Plains. Huh. Well, this has been a really shit fucking booster box so far. Stony Voice Goblins, Bilbo, Velvet Wing, Guardian, Ragged, Stir Up, Patient, Little Bear, Old Fat Spider, can't see me, Key, Celebrate, Gigantic Big Bear. The spell can't be countered, Hexproof and Haste, right. This dude again. Trash. Gotten like every version of him so far. And literally the last pack. Well, let's see what kind of a fucking disappointment this is going to be. Bilbo, Butterflies, Guardian, Spear, Goblins, Apothecary, Bjorn, Regent of the Valley, Mountain King, Fat Spider, her again, Lonely Mountain. Well, this dickhead, basic fucking land and a fucking token. Well, that was a huge fucking disappointment. That was only one mythic in that entire fucking set. Yeah, that was that was absolutely a massive fucking disappointment. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that's the only mythic. Unless you want to count this stupid shit that I got from the fucking booster topper. Or the box topper, which I don't count. But that's it. It's literally the only mythics I got. I don't know who to say fuck you to on this. Because that is a huge fucking disappointment. That is like a massive disappointment. That is almost inexcusable, if you ask me. It really fucking is. I just this was absolutely pathetic. Really is. So yeah, that's great. So I don't know if it's just because I'm poor, or if it's because it's just a booster box, or if the motherfucker I bought it from tampered with it. I don't know. But this is inexcusable. Whatever the reason for getting only one fucking mythic, that is inexcusable. 2 if you want to be technical because of the box topper, which I don't count. That was absolutely fucking pathetic. If the person that sold this to me knew that this had only one mythic in it, I would say some horrible shit. And to be honest, I can't really determine whether they knew it or not, because the plastic wrap looked fucked up to begin with, so I really don't know. Or is the set just that fucking bad? I don't know. This is terrible. I don't even know how long ago that fucking music stopped. Well, it was only 2 hours of music, so it probably didn't end that long ago. But whatever. This was such a disappointment. This set sucks. Clearly. Because if we're talking about just the cards I actually got in the booster box itself, that's the only fucking mythic I got. That's it. And it's not even good. So, the fact that that's all I got, that tells me this box might have been tampered with. But I can't prove that. So, I don't know. That is just terrible. There's no excuse for that, honestly. There is no excuse for that. So whatever. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna I guess I'm gonna scan all these fucking goddamn cards in now. And see what I fucking lost. In any kind of trade value for this. So, thanks, assholes. That's wonderful. That is pathetic. I don't know who to blame for this. Whether it's Wizards of the Coast themselves or the person I bought it from. All I can say is that is the last time I order off Manapool. That is absolutely the last time I order from that fucking website. Because this is pathetic. This is absolutely pathetic. This is sickening. For somebody that buys these booster boxes for the trade value of the cards that I can trade with other people for. This is fucking disgusting. So I don't know. I don't know what to do or say. This is pathetic. Whatever. I'm poor. I deserve this, I guess. Because I have the audacity to be poor. So fuck me, right? That's what I think it comes down to. I have the audacity to be poor, so I deserve this. Fuck me, right, for spending 160 some odd fucking dollars on this shit. I'm the asshole here. Yeah. Fuck off. This was a piece of shit set right here. This was fucking garbage. This is one of the times I'm going to recommend nobody buy this shit. This was fucking awful. Fuck all you piece of shit influencers that are going to get everything that's great from this set. Just because you're fucking influencers. Fuck all of you pieces of shit. I legit hope you all fucking die. All of you are going to... All you fucking pieces of shit that don't deserve it are going to get fucking everything good. And what do I get? Nothing. Fuck all of you. Fucking die.